hanging out at Five Below tonight. It's such a fun store. But I did find what I came for. A light to put on my phone for when I'm videoing. Jeff keeps walking in circles there. I don't think he's found what he was looking for. Let's go see. Poor guy. They don't have what he needs. I give you something you need.
Phone differently.
Alright, so testing. This is without the light. There's a little button. And oh. Ooh. There's setting number 1. Number 2. Wow, that's bright.
You're gonna have to get
setting
used to the bright light now.
Number 3. I need sunglasses for that one. Oh my goodness. It's snowing outside. It's so pretty.
No, it's not.
So you know what I had to make, right?
A fire.
That's right. Always have to make a fire when it snows. They like go together.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
They
It's
do.
not cold in here.
But it's the ambiance of the whole thing. I just love them. So this is my spot for the next 3 hours. Right here, in front of the fire. So Jeff just got home from work. I'm glad he made it home in all the snow and blizzard outside. But he brought me something really special. Look. Aren't they gorgeous? Snowing outside, but it's springtime inside. I love them. They're so pretty. I have a good husband. So the painting you just saw, to me, represents Jesus. You know, last time I talked about Jesus and how much compassion he has on people, and he really does. But it's not just compassion, it's love, it's caring for, helping, being there for us. And there are times in our lives when things are just really, really hard, and it seems like everything is crashing down on us. Or it's just dark and depressed, and sometimes we just don't know where to turn, and sometimes we feel completely alone. And this painting was intended to remind us that we're never actually alone, that Jesus always has us, always. And he loves us, and he helps us, and he cares for us, and right there in the middle of our struggle and our pain, he's there because he sees us. There's nothing that happens in our life that's beyond him. He sees us, really sees us for who we are and where we are and what we're going through. It's pretty neat. Just real quickly, this idea of Jesus seeing us and being there for us brings a certain parable to mind for me. Most of us have heard about the Good Samaritan, you know, where a man's coming down a road. This is just in a nutshell, coming down a road, and these robbers come out and attack him, and they take his strip him of his clothes, and they rob him of whatever he has on him, and they beat him up, and they just leave him for dead. You know, and different people walk by, you know, a priest and a Levite, and they see him, but they kind of turn away from him, and keep going to wherever it is that they're going. And I know that we all do that sometime in life. We see somebody in need and we turn away and we choose to not enter into that life. It could be because we don't agree with who they are or what they stand for, and so we're just going to turn away from them. Or maybe it's somebody who makes us uncomfortable, and so we don't want to enter into their lives too much because it just won't be easy. Maybe we know that if we give them our attention, then it'll take some of our time and our money and our effort, and we just don't want to do that. We just want to go home, really. And I think that the Levite and the priest who walked by this man saw him, and they didn't want to, either they didn't want to be defiled because he may be dead, they couldn't tell probably, or they just didn't want to bother, or they had somewhere to be and they didn't want to be late. But the third man who came by was a Samaritan, who was really looked down upon in the Jewish society. And he saw this man. He didn't know if he was a Jew or another Samaritan or somebody else. And he didn't care. All he saw was someone who needed help. Somebody worth helping. And he stopped. And he went down. And he was very inconvenienced. And he gave of his time, to pick this man up, put oils on him, bandaged him, put him on his horse or whatever he had, a donkey or something. And so he let this man have his place on his vehicle back then. And he took him to an inn. He took him to a place and kind of took care of him. And he left the people at the inn money so that he could go off and then come back. And the money was to continue to take care of him. So he really entered into this guy's life, which is probably a good thing because he probably would have died otherwise. But that's just what Jesus does with us. He enters in. He sees us in all the messes that we're in, and he's the one who gave absolutely everything. Everything, including his own life, to give us life. So, the painting, picture it, with Jesus holding you, loving you, treasuring you. Whenever you feel down, depressed, hurt, angry, shameful, guilty, whatever it is that you may be feeling, just remember that he loves you. He always has and he always will. Because you're his little treasure. You mean the world to him. And he'll always be there for you. That's it for today, guys. So glad you came back. We will see you next time. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.